Take 3 more breaths where you are. And then bringing a little bit of movement back into the body. Bending the knees and placing the feet flat to the floor. With your feet hip distance apart, arms spread out wide. And then keeping the feet and the knees hip distance apart and your lower back down, we're just going to tip the legs side to side. So here the movement is coming from the hips, it's not coming from rotation through the torso. This way we get a little bit of internal rotation relief through the top of the thigh. Then bringing the legs together, continue to roll, but this time allow the hips to lift and the rotation to happen through the torso. Feet can lift off the floor to make it a little bit more intense. Draw in all the way through the circumference of your waist. And then stopping back in the centre once you complete it evenly on both sides. Placing one foot to the floor, lifting the other leg up. Take a gentle pull in to find the stretch through your hamstring. Then we're going to roll over onto the opposite side of the body. Bend the top knee, find the quad stretch. Squeezing the bum, pulling the knee behind the hip, putting the shoulder back so we're active in the upper part of the back. Returning back onto your back leg, lifts to the ceiling, find the stretch through the hamstring. So we're going to do this 5 times on this leg. So just going to the end range of the stretch. So 1 inhale, 1 exhale, then turn over onto the side, quad stretch, 1 inhale to move there, 1 exhale to go into it deeper. And then rolling back onto the back, breathing in, lifting the leg. Breathing out to keep the hips even and level as you pull the leg in. Rolling onto the side. I believe this one is number 3. Number 4. Keep the knees about hip distance apart in your quad stretch. And then number 5. And repeat the same on the other leg. So taking that one up towards the ceiling, going to it gently to begin with. Each time you're going to improve the range of motion. Rolling onto the side, quad stretch, support your head if it feels natural too. Keep the hips stacked over one another. Rolling onto the back, then number 2. Although you're welcome to go at your own pace. Following the rhythm of your breath. Breathing into the quad stretch. Breathing out, pulling the knee back. Number 4. Seems to be going quickly. Number 5. Once you've completed, hug your knees into your chest. A little rock forwards and back. Sit yourself up or find any other way to get up. And then when you're there, you're going to spread the knees wide apart, bring the feet together. So a really wide child's pose position. You're going to take the hands onto the ground, just in front of you. And then roll the shoulder so it drops internally in, down towards the opposite hand and back up. And then do the other same on the other side. Rotate side to side. Doesn't have to get all the way to the floor. It's just a nice stretch for the shoulder and the hip, the inner thighs. Just try and keep your hips really still as you bring the torso across to the other side. And keep edging the hip bones back. Let's do one more on each side. And then stopping in the center, you're welcome to adjust your hands so you're comfortable. And then you're just going to squeeze your knees towards each other. So your hips might lift up a little, but you want to feel the activation all the way through the inner thighs. And then let it go and sink. And do it again, squeeze the ground. Engage the inner thighs. Relax and sink. Maybe slide the knees out a little bit wider. Go again, squeeze the ground. Relax it. Settle in deeper. And then one more time, squeeze the floor. Relax and sink. Find child's pose from here. And we're going to take our little froggy here for a little walk ish. Take your eye gaze to the fingertips, forearms come to the floor, pull your chest forwards, lift your left leg off the floor, foot flexes, and then internally rotate at the top of the hip to bring the heel towards the floor. The shoulder shifts to the opposite arm. Then return it back, push your hips back, lengthen the arms, child's pose. Other side, so alternate. This time the right foot's going to lift. Bring your right hip bone to the floor, right shoulder to the left arm. Return it back. Repeat on the other side. So again, actively stretching by engaging the muscles to find the end range of the movement. On the leg that's lifted, maintain a 90-degree angle at the ankle. And bring as much of your thigh onto the floor as you can. One more on each side, or balance it out. And then walking the hands back, or bring the legs together. Spin round onto your all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Breathing into upper cat, breathing out, down the cat. Just take a few rounds here, keeping your weight over the shoulders and hands. So we get much deeper into the upper back muscles. One more. Push back into child's pose. Stretch the arms fully along the floor. Eye gaze to the fingertips, striking cobra. Pull yourself forwards. Lift into cobra with the hips down or upward dog with the chest up. Then drop the knees to the floor, lower yourself all the way down. Stretch your right arm out to the side. Roll over onto the right side, left leg lifts. Take the toe round as far as you can. And then return back to your front. Swap the arms, left arm slides out, right hand by the side of the chest. Rotate all the way around. Return back onto your front, hands by your chest. Lift into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Same again, breathing in, striking cobra. Breathing out to lower. Right arm slides out first. Breathing in to roll. Breathing out. Try and open your left hip by squeezing your left butt cheek. Rolling over on the inhale to the left side. Breathing out. Oh, feel that deep stretch in the shoulder that you're rolling out of. Roll onto the front as you inhale and lift to upward dog. Exhaling into child's pose. Go through cat if it feels nice. Rounding and arching the spine. Striking cobra on the inhale. Thinking length and softness in the spine. Shoulders back here. Exhale. Lower. Right arm slides out. Roll over on the inhale. Exhale. Oh yeah, rolling over. Breathing in. And breathing out. Back onto the front on the inhale, hands by the chest and lift into your back bend. Slide the tailbone to the heels. Exhaling around the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. We do that one more time. Eyes forward, striking cobra. Keep your arms wide so your shoulders have space. Nice, exhaling to lower. Press down into the floor with the tops of the feet. Right hand slides out, rolling over on the inhale. Exhale, open. Rolling onto the left on the inhale. Exhale. Yeah, back onto the front. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Exhaling into downward dog. Pedal the feet up and down when you're there. Dropping the heel down towards the floor and pressing the knee back so we have a length all the way along the back line of that particular leg. Lifting right leg up for three-legged dog. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Hold your abdominals in. Step the foot forward on the inhale to lunge. Knee down if you wish and untap the foot. Or you can keep the leg lifted. Inhaling from here, turn into a side lunge. So you're going to turn your right foot a quarter turn on the diagonal to the left. Your left foot, outer edge of foot comes down. You can be higher here or you can be deeper, it's up to you. But make sure knees in line with the foot and the inner edge of your right ankle is lifted. Circling the arm, so left arm's going to lift up first, right arm follows. And then circle just the torso. So it's like a forward fold. Coming back to the centre. Turn to the short edge of your mat. Step back to downward dog. Hopefully that will make more sense in a moment. Left leg rises on the inhale. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Step the foot between the hands as you inhale, chest up and open into a lunge. Drag the weight forwards here, side lunge next. So your left toe is going to turn to the right corner of the mat. Outer edge of the right foot comes down. Feel free to explore. Hips shift a little bit further back when you think that they need to. Then this time, right arm circles first. So circle it right to the left short edge of the mat. We come up. We're going to tip, bending the knees as we come through the center. Walk around to the short edge of the mat into lunge. Step back into downward dog. Same thing again, right leg rises on the inhale. Knee bends at the top, open the hip. Check your knee, your left knee hasn't turned in. Step forward to lunge on the inhale. Drag the weight forwards. This is why I like having the knee down on this one, because I can get a little bit deeper into it. Turn to side lunge on your next inhale. Think about rolling the left thigh, top of the thigh inwards, but the knee outwards. Coming up on the inhale, sweep the arms left and right. A little side bend almost towards the left foot, and then come through the center. Walk around to the short edge of your mat to lunge. Step back into downward dog. Left leg rises, breathing in. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Screw your hands into the floor. Step forwards to lunge on the inhale. Exhale, stay. Side lunge on the inhale. Turn the feet. Push the hips back. Yeah. Keep a little forward lean on. Inhaling. Right arm lifts, left leg, left arm follows. Little side bend over. Circle all the way around through the center. Walk back to the short edge of your mat. Step back into downward dog. So one more time on each side. Right leg first, breathing in. Knee bends, open the hip on the breath out. Feel the inner thighs opening more. Step forwards to lunge on the inhale. Exhale. Side lunge. If it feels good, lift the toes of the left foot. Sink a little lower down. Inhaling, sweep. We'll circle the arms up. Side bend to the back leg. Sweep around the middle. Turn back to short edge. Good. Step back down. Dog. Left leg. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's find fluidity in the movements. Stepping forwards to lunge. Exhaling, continue to let go through your hips. Inhaling, side lunge. Exhale, lifting the toes if you wish to, just to get that little extra depth. Circle the arms as you stand, breathing in. Breathing out, all the way back round. Step back into downward dog. Drop the knees to the floor on the inhale, upward cat. Exhale, downward cat and child's pose. Eyes to the fingertips, striking cobra. Breathing in, lower down to the floor on the breath out. Right arm slides wide. Roll over onto the right side as you inhale. Exhale, get into your edge. Changing sides as you breathe in. Connect to the ground more with that bottom shoulder as we breathe out. And roll away from the floor. Coming back to the center on the inhale. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg rises on the inhale. Bends the knee at the top. Squeeze the heel to the bum so we feel the hamstring working. Step the foot forwards to lunge on the inhale. Knee up or knee down, your choice. This time we're going to lift the arms up, as she says, falling over. Lift the arms up off the ground and sit with your shoulders over your hips. So you may need to bend the back knee if it's hard to keep the legs straight. From here, we're going to step forward, lifting the right knee in front. Sorry, it's the left knee. Pull the knee right up into your chest. Hinging. So maintain this bend at the knee. We're going to hinge back. So the torso is parallel to the floor. Feel free to bring the fingertips down or reach the arms behind. Take a long step back. Land the foot. So it's like a warrior two position in the legs. And then sweep the arms. So left arm, right arm. This time stay in your warrior and find sun warrior. So a C shape through the spine to create a side bend. Windmill the arms back to the front. Turn to lunge. Step back to downward dog. Left leg rises, breathing in. Ground into the floor with the limbs touching. Bend the knee, open the hip. Feel the hips actively working. Step forwards to lunge on the inhale. Screw that left foot into the floor. Exhaling, lift the arms into a high lunge. You're welcome to add a back bend if it feels good for your body. On the next inhale, step forwards. Hug your right knee into your chest. Try and stand as tall as you can through the left leg. Keeping this angle at the knee. Hinge at the hips and take a slight bend to your left knee to allow that movement. Four corners of the foot push down, and then try lifting your thigh up. So engaging the right butt cheek a little bit more. Take a long step back. Warrior two legs. Sweep the arms. Right, left into sun warrior. Push down into both legs evenly, but yeah, get the weight over the center. Nice. Arms windmill back to the feet. Turn to lunge, step back, downward dog. Right leg rises, breathing in. Knee bends, open hip. Good. Can you separate the shoulder blades to be more stronger in your upper body? Step forwards to lunge. So ground the foot, connect into your right butt cheek to stabilize that front leg as we lift the arms on the exhale. Again, you can choose to back bend or not. Lift the front of the abdominals in. Step forwards, hug your left knee. Feel free to tap down as much as you need in between. Relax the shoulders, point the toe. Take the leg behind as you hinge. Your hips stay square. And the weight is over the center of the foot. And then squeeze your left butt cheek just to point your toe up to the ceiling a little bit more. Step back into warrior two. Long stride. Strong feet. Then sweep the arms left, then right into sun warrior. Feel the inner thighs spreading wider. Arms return to the front. Lunge, step back into downward dog. Left leg, inhale. Exhale. The other movements feel smooth. Step forwards. Light touch to the floor and then push down into it as we lift the arms. So pushing down to create more lift and lightness. Stepping forwards, powerfully through the left leg, drawing the knee in. Hinge. Left knee in line with center of foot. Step back. Warrior two. Right arm, left arm. Left arm sweeps back, right arm follows, turn to lunge. Step back, down dog. One more time each side, right leg, breathing in, lift. Breathing out, bend the knee. Step forwards. Let your hips be loose and open. to see if you can create softness as we move. Arms rise. Can you drop right down? Yeah, step forwards. Confidently, calmly. Take the leg back and hinge. Warrior 3 variation. Hip is rolled in at the top of your left side. Stepping back a long step. Land, warrior 2, sun warrior. Left arm, biggest circle you can. Right arm follows. Lift the ribs away from the hips on both sides of your torso. Arms come back to the front foot. Turn to lunge, step back, downward dog. Left leg, graceful, long, knee bends, open hip and press your chest and thigh back more. There, feel amazing. Step forwards to lunge. Exhaling into your edge here. Nice, stepping forwards. Hug the leg. Sweep it back. Nice, step back, warrior 2 legs. Open out the hips. Right arm, left arm. Beautiful. Return back to the front foot. Step back, down dog. Drop the knees to the floor on the inhale. Upward cat. Exhaling, down the cat. Child's pose. Let's take a few breaths in your child's pose. If it feels nice to try something different here, tuck your chin to your chest more, round through the upper part of your spine. Feel the shoulder blades separate. And you're almost rolling in at the front of the shoulder. Take the eye gaze forwards to the fingertips. Striking cobra, pull the chest through. Lift into your upward dog or cobra. Drop the hips down from here. Pull the belly in. And then just create a gentle back bend, so don't cause any irritation to your back. Yeah. Gently lower down to the floor. Slide right arm out. Roll over onto the right side of the body. Now it's time to stay here a little longer. Take the left hand to your left ankle and open into a quad stretch. Although you're welcome to stay with the other option, with the foot on the floor and the hand on the floor. And then just kick the foot into the hand. Feel the activation in the front of the quad. Gently release, rolling back onto your front. Swap the arms over. Sweep the right leg round. Take hold of the ankle with the right hand, if it feels accessible. Kick the ankle into the hand. Gently release, rolling back onto your front, hands by your chest. Lift into upward dog, and then back into child's pose. Thread your right arm under the left arm, but don't twist the torso. Just find the stretch around the outer part of the shoulder. So also making sure the arm isn't under your chin. Moving the arms, swapping sides. Left arm slides onto the right arm. Keep the shoulders retracted down so they're pulled away from your ears. Unravel. Downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Right leg rises for the inhale, three-legged dog. At the top, bend the knee, open the hip. Sweep the knee to the opposite wrist. So we're shifting forwards to plank. You're welcome to drop the left knee to the floor. Then sweep the leg up and round back into three-legged dog with an open hip. Then you can choose to stay or pivot on the ball of your left foot. Drop your right foot down to the floor on the left side and find wild thing. Yeah, I don't need to give you options because you're all doing it absolutely beautifully. Returning back to plank. Elbows bend, lower the chest, part the way down. Inhale, upwards dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Left leg. Breathing in, lift. Bend the knee, open the hip. Press your right heel down more. Sweep your knee to the opposite wrist, so to the right wrist. Weight shifts forwards in your plank. Circle the leg back up and round, three-legged dog with the open hip. Land the foot over to the right side. Lift your left heel, squeeze the bum to push the hips up and open. Screw out of this bottom shoulder. Weight spreads throughout the whole of your hand. Returning back to plank. Make your body solid as you lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg, breathing in, lift. You're welcome to rest whenever you want. Breathing out, bend the knee, open the hip. Knee sweeps to the opposite side on the inhale. Exhale, sweep it back up to three-legged dog, open hip. Inhale, round the foot. Lift the arm, exhale. Go to your edge. Return back to plank on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upwards dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg from here. Contract your abdominals. See how much further you can go. Bend the knee, open the hip. Knee to the opposite wrist on the inhale, let it sweep. Breathing out, sweep it back up and open. Inner thighs spread wider. Land the foot. Wild thing on the inhale. Exhale. Turn to plank on the breath in. Breathe out and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Drop the knees down to the floor as you inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Rolling over onto your back. Cross right ankle over left knee. Pick the left leg up. Draw it in. Find the stretch through your right butt cheek. If you've got something close by, like a block or a cushion or something, place it underneath the hip, so the bony part of your pelvis as you do this. And then it just gives you a little bit more tip and it helps you to naturally go a little deeper. Swap the legs around the other way. Left leg over the right. Gently release. If you put a block under your hips, remove the block. And then settle into a comfortable position. Deep and refreshing breaths. Taking one final deep breath in. And the breath out, just notice how amazing you're feeling right now. And then making gentle movements as and when you're ready to move. Although you're more than welcome to stay longer if you have the time. But in your own time, in your own way, sit yourself back up.